All right, so you are Mr. Etchelberger.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you're charged with two cases. You're charged with interference with the duties of a public servant. You're also charged with criminal mischief. Those cases, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you, sir. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Thank you, Judge. Judge, law enforcement officers were dispatched to a disturbance call in Harris County, Texas, and made contact with a complaining witness who stated that on April 28, 2025, she observed a prior resident, the defendant, cause damage to the apartment complex after a breakup with a significant other. The complaining witness stated that the defendant broke 3 flower pots and damaged 3 trash cans for a total of $405 worth of damage. On April 29th, the defendant came to the leasing office and demanded property. I believe that was left. The complaining witness asked the defendant if he was the one that caused the damage. The defendant stated he was not. Complaining witness and a witness then tried to get the defendant to leave due to him causing a disturbance. Defendant pushed his way through complaining witness and a witness. A law enforcement officer on scene serving civil papers attempted to detain the defendant. The defendant was able to get away and run from that law enforcement officer. The defendant was later detained when other law enforcement officers arrived on scene.
So the mischief, it's at an apartment.
That's correct, Your Honor.
His apartment?
I believe he was a prior resident of the apartments, Your Honor, and the property belonged to the apartment complex.
And that was my question this morning, Your Honor. I haven't stayed in an apartment in a long time, so typically apartment complexes don't give their property at a residence specific apartment complex.
You mean furnished?
Furniture, it's flower pots. I mean, why would an apartment complex have their flower pots out in front of a resident's apartment?
Okay, what all was allegedly broken again?
3 flower pots and 3 trash cans, Your Honor.
Are you saying it belongs to him? What are you saying?
I believe it belongs to him or to the partner, the former partner, the leasees, the people that lease the actual
Because
premises.
if it belongs to the other person, then it's a criminal mischief. You can't break someone else's property.
But he's not the complainant. The complainant is the leasing manager for the apartment complex. They're alleging that the property belongs to the apartment complex.
Your Honor, from the DEMS, it says that each 3 trash cans were $35 each. They're placed outside for residents to use for trash bags on all 3 levels of Building 8, causing the property to...
So it's like, it must be, cans that officers put out there in case anyone needs to put trash in or whatnot. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
As far as the interference is concerned, that I may have a problem with.
I don't see how that was interference.
Because what would they possibly put him in custody for?
So, Your Honor, just to clarify, what the DIMS say, and they go to the great lengths to explain this, is that there was a deputy there who was serving some sort of civil paper.
Sure.
And that he had to stop serving the civil papers to go
To chase
detain the defendant, because the defendant, there was a disturbance in the leasing office. And at some point during that disturbance, the defendant got away from the deputy who was serving the civil papers.
Correct.
It's not really clear from the information, is the serving the civil papers and having to stop that duty to go detain the defendant, or is it the defendant getting away from the deputy, if that's what the basis for the interference is?
And that's correct, Your Honor. Richard and I spoke about that this morning.
So you don't think there's PC on the interference?
I don't think there's PC on the interference, honestly, either way. If he's trying to serve papers.
I think I agree with you on the interference,
Yes, Your Honor.
but I think that there's PC to go forward on the criminal mischief.
Yes, Your Honor.
No?
I'll dump the interference.
So I'm going to find no probable cause to go forward on the interference. I don't think that they had a reason to, have you in custody or for you to interfere with.
Yes, sir.
I will find that there's probable cause to go forward on the criminal mischief. Is he staying there now or is he gone?
No, Your Honor. I think both individuals have moved away from the apartment
Okay,
complex.
so Mr. Eichelberger, the only thing I'm going to ask you now, well, I'm going to order you is not to go back to this place, not to have contact with the complaining witness.
I
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond, not to be in possession of weapons as well. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with Brock and he'll tell you if and when you have to come back to court. Just stay out of trouble. Don't pick up any new cases. I don't want to have to put you in jail. You
understand.
become a danger to my community. It's not going to go well for you. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So for now, I'll have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. We'll have you take a seat in the jury box while I get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it. And then after that, you're free to go.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.